Am I live? Am I alive? Who knows? Here we go. Okay, we're here. We're here. I do want to warn y'all multiple things. So, as you saw, Stranger Things. Talking about Stranger Things, so obvious spoiler warning. Seriously, don't enter spoiler warning territory. I'm gonna try to not talk about some spoilers, but if you're watching this, then most likely you've seen it. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Don't mind everything surrounding me. This is just the only time that I have to talk about stuff. So, let's talk about it. There's a lot to unpack. First of all, I just want to say how much, like, not only has this movie, I mean, not movie, show been, like, around for, like, ever. For me personally, it's been there for everyone that's watched it as well. Don't mind my double chin. I don't know what to say, really. So I'm just gonna, like, go off my review and talk about certain characters and such. Well, I believe, first of all, definitely. And people talking about, like, the cringe or the whatever about the finale, are they forgetting what time period this is, takes place in? Sorry, my brain gone, 100% gone, especially after that. I need to be hydrated, so I'm taking a drink real quick. Sue me. Sue me. Sue Sylvester me. Ah, okay. Fuck the lid. Like, this takes place in the 80s, so there's gonna be cringe or cheesiness. Like, all of the movies from the 80s have, like, a touch of cheese, you know? Like, I'm gonna expose somebody. I really wanted to watch this alone because I love to have my own opinion. I was watching it with my dad. He is very opinionated. Very opinionated. And he's like, it was hard to get through some scenes, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, anyways, I don't understand people's beef. I found it very satisfying. Everybody had a pretty damn good ending. I'd say probably my only complaint about it, but, like, I understand it because these people have been around each other forever, is the fact that I got the vibe that Steve and Robin weren't, like, really close anymore, which doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just, like, what it was like, but whatever. Okay, I don't even know where to go with this, but, like, the reason why I'm going live is because I did this with season 4. Oh my gosh, I was an emotional wreck after that episode. I was underwhelmed by volume 2, but this finale really stuck the landing, the emotional beats, all of the hold up, oh my gosh. Where did the comments go? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm trying to read the comment. There we go. The emotional beats all landed and the dialogue felt snappier and more potent. Agreed. Honestly, the first time that I had watched volume 2, I was a little let down. The more that I, like, rewatched it, though, the more I, like, appreciated it because it would make the ending so much more, you know? Let's see. Like the early seasons, I also feel like the acting got significantly better because they had good writing to sink their teeth into. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Sorry, my brain is just still stuck on it. Like, as you can see, I'm still sniffling, sobbing. But I was really happy with the ending. Everybody acted phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. I really don't know. I think what also really hit me is, like, I know they're not 18 in real life, but by the time the characters, you know, the finale. They were my age. They were graduating. This was the year I graduated, kind of. So I really grew up with them. I'm sure as is a lot of people. A lot of people grew up with them. And now that it's over, I don't know. This just felt more like a show for me. And I'm sure a lot of other people as well. But yeah, my brain, I'm so sorry. I really need to be better, but shit happens. Let me look at my Letterboxd review, which hopefully they don't take this down because it's technically not a movie. It's okay. I'm just gonna read my review. The show's been a lot to me for the longest time, and it's insane that it's over, even though it feels like it's been out. Even though it feels like it's been out forever, it's only on season 5. I'm gonna miss it and these amazing characters that I grew up with so much, specifically Dustin and Steve and the whole entire party. I'm honestly just so blown away and speechless at the entire show, and especially this finale. It was such an honor to grow up with these wonderful actors and characters in a spectacular coming-of-age show. P.S. I guess people don't realize whatever cringe that's portrayed on the show are forgetting that almost everything 80s related had a level of cringe or cheesiness. Facts. Also, the needle drops were great. I was, originally they said they had songs that haven't been, played in movies or TV before, or, was very hard to get the rights to, so my brain immediately went Pink Floyd, but it wasn't Pink Floyd. I was pretty surprised that it was Prince. I mean, that was on the table, obviously. I had thought about it, but I wasn't sure. Same with Landslide. That's obviously used and stuff, so that wasn't what they were talking about, but my gut told me to say that they were going to put Landslide in the finale. I was right. And I also thought about David Bowie's Heroes because I knew they did Peter Gabriel's Heroes, and then another cover before, I think. But I was right about Bowie. I knew that. I love Bowie. I'm just so glad they had that. And yeah, I'm just overall satisfied, with everything about it. Okay, let's see. Ooh, another comment. Bobcat Driver 6930. It was a great comfort show. It's had its emotional and dark moments for sure in previous seasons, but the relationships and the friendships are the DNA of the show to betray that now in favor of shock and wrong. Hold up, sorry. It would feel cheap and wrong. Exactly. If there was anything that I would personally take away from the show, I was just talking about this earlier, I think people were let down, specifically by Volume 2. The majority of the people that were let down by Volume 2 were let down specifically because they expected more action. But I was honestly content with it not being super actiony because what this show really has been about is the heart and the friendship and the family and the bond of everything. That's really, the show right there. Even if there was no supernatural element, I would still love to see all of these characters together. Because the bond of all of these people and the friendships are, so strong and so beautiful, and the stories have just been great. My hair is crazy. Anyways, thank you, Bobcat Driver 6930. You're honestly, trying to... your thoughts are what I'm trying to convey, but, my brain is just so crazy and all over the place. I just, haven't... That Justin Bieber meme, I don't know what he says, but, that's me. But, okay, let me think of the endings. Okay, spoiler territory. If you haven't seen the finale, why are you here? Click away, obvi. 11. Okay, going into it, let me see if it backed up on my iPad, first of all. Okay, here we go. This is what I did. That was my list. Let's see if I was right. Dying. Clark's alive. Murray's alive. 11's gone. Probably. Collie's gone. Vecna's gone. I was right about 3, honestly. 50-50. For real. Yeah, 50-50 on all of them. Also, that Steve scare. No thanks. I screamed bloody murder. Liv, I was right on all of them, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Oops. But yeah, I was right about all 3 of the deaths. Like, the top 2, like, on the top, Clark and Murray, I was already, like, about, because I obviously didn't want anybody to go. I just, like, put them there because, specifically, Murray's killable, whatever. But, Mr. Clark, like, there was a scene in the finale trailer where Dustin, was trying to run to something, which we now know he was talking about 11. I mean, like, trying to go to 11. I thought it was Clark, Mr. Clark, but, like, it wasn't. Okay, now we have another comment. Bobcat Driver 6930. The best scenes of Volume 2 were the character-driven stuff. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. With Holly, Max and Lucas, Jonathan and Nancy, Dustin and Steve. I wanted more of that in Volume 2, not less. Exactly. That, exactly. Sorry, I keep saying exactly, but yeah. Holly and Max, definitely a great duo that I would have never expected. Like, out of all of those seasons, with Holly being there, I would have never paired her with Max. But it was great, so powerful. The acting was phenomenal. Max and Lucas, by far my favorite relationship in the entire show. For romantic relationship. My favorite relationship is Dustin and Steve, obviously, because those are my 2 favorite characters, and I feel like if you're a real fan of the show, that's your favorite, or at least one of your favorites, but yeah, Jonathan, Nancy, okay, hot take, okay, for a lot of the people that don't like Volume 2, they didn't like the, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about, like, the people in general that I've seen, like, comment stuff. They didn't like the longer scenes, like with Holly and Max talking, Jonathan and Nancy's breakup that lasted, I think, 8 or 9 minutes. Yes, I counted because I was curious. But those scenes were definitely needed to, like, move the story along. I would say the only scene that I felt like lasted a little bit longer than it needed to be was, like, I think it was Will's coming out scene was the scene that I narrowed it down to. I feel like that could have been, like, 4 minutes instead of, like, 6 or 8 or something it was. But I do feel like his coming out scene was pretty real. Not that I personally had to come out because people just naturally know that I'm a little wonky. Straight, not straight, you know what I mean? Not, you know what I mean? But I was overall satisfied with all of the acting this season. Like, everybody, like, really brought their A game. Ooh, another comment. Yes. The Nancy Jonathan scene was so well written, I was riveted. Not just because they were in peril, but I buy the on-screen chemistry between the two because obviously they're dating in real life. Exactly. And I heard something about they were practicing that dialogue for like a month. And I'm just like, yes, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's real acting right there. Very committed. And they stuck the landing 100%. I feel like that was probably one of my favorite, like, scenes of the season, personally, because not only was it needed, it wasn't a waste of time, and it was well done. I was shocked that people hated that scene. I didn't understand it at all. Same here. Like, I read a lot of hate on it. And I'm just like, you guys suck. The scene doesn't suck. You guys just are here for the action, apparently. And that's not what this show's strictly about. Sorry, my hand shaking. Just, like, ignore the camera shaking. I'm holding it with my hand. And people that, I understand getting a little PO'd about Max and Holly talking in that scene, but what people need to realize is Holly's just this scared little girl who doesn't really know what's going on or what to do, and if Max just left her behind to go to her body with Holly not knowing what to do and not already having that portal open, she would have been so lost. So her talking to her was so needed, just like with the Nancy and Jonathan breakup scene. That was needed as well. And I didn't care how long it took, but it was definitely needed. And I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the scenes. I would say maybe one thing, and I'm just riffing here. I have no thoughts as of right now. One thing that I would have changed about this season is, well, I'm gonna come up with a couple, because one for sure is I needed more 11 scenes, and I would have said the same thing even before watching the finale tonight. There just wasn't a lot of her, like, in total. Like, we barely had any of her in volume 2, and I'm just like, 11. What's going on, girl? What are you doing? Like, I get she had, like, her sister and everything, but I really want to see all of those unreleased scenes. Like, let me look up deleted scenes that they said that they had filmed. Let me Google this real quick. Let me mute myself. I get very self-conscious about talking in the S word. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm looking it up on Google. Okay. I really want to see all of the scenes. Oh, well, let me read the other comment real quick. The show definitely has its issues, but it's not the long emotional scenes. I think the exposition can sometimes be a bit clunky. Some of the jokes don't always land, and there are too many. Agreed. Agreed. But other than that, I really have no complaints about this season. Same here. People say that season 5 is the worst season, and no. Not only is it so thrilling and heartwarming and everything in the book, but it was far from boring or like a waste. I just wish that some of the excuse me, scenes or episodes were a little bit longer, because I would have loved to have seen, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I really loved seeing the action from the get-go in episode 1, but I would have loved to have had a little bit more calm before the storm. But, I'm trying to find the scenes, because there was one that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't remember which one. Give me 1 second. Do I have it saved on my Instagram? Okay, well, if I don't find this in the next 10 seconds, I'm just gonna drop this altogether. But I don't know. There really wasn't much that I would change about this season. Oh my gosh, someone's posting about Steve falling. And when I told you, I screamed. I screamed bloody murder. Bloody, bloody murder. Like, I'm surprised the cops weren't called, if I'm being honest. Like, that's how serious this is. I dropped to the floor. Yes, I am dramatic, but that was needed. Okay, I found some of the deleted footage info. Okay, let's see. Okay, this was what I kind of wanted a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love how this season was structured, but I would have loved to have seen more of Will's time in the Upside Down. And it even says a deeper exploration of Will's trauma, which would have made the show TVMA, as was originally planned, which I was looking forward to. But whatever. And it was toned down and cut from the final version. Are you joking? Like, I would have loved to have seen it. Ooh. Mike and Will scenes, including ones where music plays a fundamental role, were cut. A song mentioned to be in the scene was Just Like Heaven by The Cure. Okay, again, these aren't 100% confirmed, so these might not be real, but knowing that these could have been in the show makes me want them. Um, Max and Will were in a team with Elle and Holly at some point, which was supposed to explain Max and Will's sudden closeness. Okay, I don't care about that one. I don't know, but I would have liked to have just seen a little bit more, you know? Like, obviously, we're at a point where, like, I don't want any more. I don't want a spin-off. I don't want anything like that. But would I have wanted a little bit more in between? Yes. Like, Max and 11, like, having a real reunion. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen them communicate more other than just, like, getting straight to the point at points, you know? It would have been nice to just have a little more. But I'm not complaining. This was great. I was so satisfied with the finale. And the people that don't like it can suck a fat one. I really love Derek. He's amazing. He's an icon. And yeah, it was great. And I will give props to Vicky because she clocked in immediately. In that one episode in the hospital, when she's like, "Can those things understand English?" She like clicked on the thing and then she's like, "Well, then you can just make it, you know, not private." And then it would like go through the whole hospital. She clocked in so fast. And then whenever she was in charge of Max, she did no wrong. She moved fast. She got to the point and she didn't get them, you know, found. Well, I mean, Max got them found, but that was out of her control. But it's fine. Okay, let's see. I wanted more scenes with Elle and Max after she woke up. Agreed. And with Joyce and Mike. Agreed. 100%. 100%. Couldn't agree more. These character interactions are what I wanted more of, and I was frustrated that Volume 2 kind of felt hollow without them. I agree as well. Volume 2 could have showed up a little bit more. If you know what I mean? Like, more communication, I would say. Fine with it now that it's over anyway. But I still would have just liked more communication, you know? But I'm okay with it now, kind of. But still, Duffer Brothers could have done more. But it's fine. I don't have beef now. I don't have beef. I'm over it. It's almost the new year. My New Year's resolution is to not want to hunt down the Duffer Brothers and grill them. But we're cool. They didn't kill anybody that I, like, truly loved. And we're not 100%, like, okay, let's be real. Do we think 11 is still alive and Mike's theory is true? I really want it to be, but I don't think so. Like, I really, really want it to be, but I personally don't think so. I need a drink. Sorry, excuse me. Man, I'm so out of water because all of them came out of my eyes. And see, what doesn't help is, first of all, the fact that I'm wearing Stranger Things. I was wearing my Hellfire hoodie as well, and I'm wearing my Hellfire pajama pants. Like, I decked out, man. Like, usually, New Year's Eve is my holiday. It's the one night a year where I can be as loud as I want. People can't call the COPs, you know? Or anything. I can be as loud as I want. I can listen to music. I watch the ball drop. But this year, I'm literally balled in my bed, bawling. Not watching the ball drop, just bawling. But it's fine. There's always next year. But what was I saying? I really don't know. Okay. That's what I was saying. Thank you, Bobcat driver. Thank you. That get my mind back on track. I don't think 11 is alive, and I pray to God they keep it ambiguous. The ambiguous, can't speak, is the beauty of the ending. It's why it was so bittersweet and poignant. Like, you're taking the thoughts out of my brain. I could not agree more with you, Bobcat Driver. Um, the mystery is, like, so hopeful, you know? And, like, I'd rather be hopeful than know the truth and being like, just go back home, you know? I like the way that they did it, and I wouldn't change it. Um, but man, the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like, really wrecked me. What really got me is when I saw Lucas and Max, her riding the skateboard. I was like, she's out of the bed. She can do what she did 2 seasons ago. Well, last season she did it as well, but she didn't look as happy. Plus, it was, like, the same street that she was on when Elle came up to her, and then, like, oh my god, I'm literally gonna cry again. The funny thing is I don't cry at movies that much, or anything. I rarely cry, but this. Mm. 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 And then what got me is seeing Steve coaching baseball and working at a school. Like, he must really love children. Oh, man, Steve, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and then seeing Dustin getting his pictures taken for graduation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then seeing the picture. Oh my gosh. Like, that really got me. Cuz this year is when I graduated high school. Um, oh my gosh. I will get to your comment in 1 second. Cuz that also got me. Um They graduated this year, and I graduated this year, kind of. So that really, like, hit for me. And then seeing Dustin up on that podium, oh my gosh. And then all of them, and then him just going, like, with, like, the Hellfire shirt, that really made me so happy. I brought out my Three Musketeer, and I cheersed. Cheer? Hold up. Is that a word? I cheered. Cheer? I can't. I can't. Um, But yeah, graduation got me, and then seeing Joyce and Hopper find Enzo's. Oh my gosh, victory! It's been since July 4th, 2019, since we were promised that date at Enzo's. Um, what got you was Hopper proposing to Joyce. It wasn't even on my bingo card. It was so low on my list of priorities for the season. Immediately sobbing. I get it. I get it. Same exact way. I honestly did not expect Hopper to propose to Joyce, but I'm living. I love that so much, and I'm so glad that it happened. Also, side note, I think why Hopper seems so kind of like put together is because not only did he know that what Elle did was the only way, but I think he's also on Mike's side in having hope that she's still there somewhere. Um yeah, that's why I think he was so not like in a depressed hole. Like he was like drinking himself to sleep, and you know, he seemed as okay as he could be. um but yeah, it got me as well when Hopper proposed to Joyce. Like, that was just a really beautiful moment, and especially the fact that it was at Enzo's. Love that so much. And then what really put the nail in the coffin was the D&D game at the end. That's really what got me 100%. Oh my gosh, it's 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. Um, Crazy. Wow, 2026, guys. Wow. Crazy. Sorry, I got distracted. It's New Year's now. Wow. Wow, wowie. Fun. Anyways, I haven't cussed this year. Either those were fireworks or gunshots. I really don't know what. Happy New Year, Bobcat Driver 6930, and whoever the other person is in here, um, partying. Oh my gosh, I gotta kiss my dog. This is what I do every year. This is what I do every year, Lexi. Kisses. Happy New Year, puppy. Happy New Year, Lexi. I love you. Anyways, sorry. I had to do my tradition. I had to. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that was weird. I didn't know if that was a gunshot or firework. That's really weird. It luckily sounded far away. So, fun. But anyways, sorry. I'm looking at your comments now. Just got caught off guard. Oh my gosh, the remote. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think Hopper as well knew that it was her choice. He knew that pushing away those closest to him would be an insult to Eleven's memory. That was my takeaway from it anyway. Agreed. 100%. He knew that's what had to be done. And oh, another thing that I'm really glad that was mentioned in the finale was her oh my god, not her. 11 talking to Hopper about her not being Sarah. I felt like that was one of the most needed conversations this season because he's just so overbearing and, trying to keep her safe 100% of the time. But what he needed to realize was she can take care of herself, Not only does she have powers, but she's her own person. She's old enough to know what needs to get done. She had to grow up quicker than a lot of normal kids. So she knew what she was doing and he just needed to trust her. But that's really another point that I really wanted to bring up because that was really needed. Like really, really needed. So I'm glad that happened. Let's see, where was I at? I don't remember now. It's New Year's now, so my mind's weird. It's literally the next year. Sorry, I need a breath. I am out of breath. Party. Cheers. Okay. But the ending, really, that D&D game, and then Mike breaking down and talking to them, that really is what got me. Like, hearing all the details and then even seeing 11 in what could be true, but what also could most likely just be a theory or, Mike being hopeful, which, let's be real, I don't think that she's alive, but if she is, that is great. But yeah, let's see. I think the Duffer said everyone's last scenes were the last ones they filmed, and you could definitely tell. It felt so authentically emotional. Sadie Sink and Joe Keery really killed me. Yes, I saw Sadie, and I'm like, oh, girl, you're gonna make me bawl. And then I saw Gaten Matarazzo, and I bawled. And then Joe Keery on that roof, I'm like, he was the first to cry. I am ready to cry so hard. Like, and the fact that he was looking away, like, oh, man. Man, guys. Man. All of it. Just, it started, and then it just kept going and going and going until the last second. And then once the D&D game was over and then the kids came down, it's just like passing the baton, like Holly with Derek and her friends, and man, that was a lot. And then after that, like the shot of the door. Oof. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um oh, one side note before I like talk about the end credits, which chills. Instant chills, Bowie, Heroes, Perfection. Um Whenever they fought Vecna and the Mind Flayer, which was so insane and I loved that. Um, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I hope they release the full table read online so we can see the cast's immediate live reaction to the finale. David Harbour said Noah Schnapp was a mess. Oh my gosh. I need to see that too. That would be amazing. And especially to see everybody like really reading it all together for the first time. Amazing. Chills. Everything. Like, come on. Like, that finale, so well written. Like, soul crushing, bittersweet. I don't know. But back to the fighting Vecna and Mind Flayer when Steve and Dustin like were just like stabbing the Mind Flayer. They said for Eddie, I lost it. I lost it so hard. And to be fair, I mean to be honest, I thought that Nancy was a goner for a second. Because she was bait. Damn good bait too. She put up a damn good fight. Luckily she did not die. But yeah, I thought they had a pretty damn good plan. From the beginning of the episode, they had me on the edge of my seat. What was that? Okay, fireworks. We're cool. Like, edge of my seat from the beginning to the end. Not a dull moment. Not even close. Like, it was just beautiful. And the fact that Joyce said the F-bomb and then cut Vecna's head off. Loved it. And as she was cutting the head off, they were showing all of the ways that Vecna messed all of them up, traumatized them one way or another. And that scene, oh my gosh, like chills down my spine, my entire body. Oh my gosh, did I glitch out? I'm so sorry. I am gonna get off here in a few minutes, so Bobcat Driver, if you have anything to say, please say it in the next few minutes, and I will respond, converse, and have fun. But I'm gonna miss this show so much. This just like brought a really good element to my life that was just heartwarming and needed because it was just beautiful. No worries. Happy New Year. Thank you for chatting. Of course. I love to voice my opinion to people and hear people's feedback. It's so fun, especially when people are so in it, like I am, you know, like so in with the show, understand the lore, all of that. um, and yeah, I'm not gonna be dramatic and say I don't know what I'm gonna do without this show in my life, but it will feel weird not having something to come back to every 3 years, because that's what it's been the past couple seasons. But you know what? I'm fine with it. You know, it's been 10 years, 5 seasons. That's longer than a lot of shows, you know. Plus, not every show you really get the chance to see people grow up and have the opportunity to grow up with them. Um, and witnessing the talent just like get better and better every season. Um, this is like the last show that I feel like will have as much like I wouldn't say power, but like what is the word? Like what's the word? I don't know the word right now, but like as oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, impact. That is the word. Thank you. No other show will have as much of a cultural impact or an impact in general as this. On so many levels, this has changed the game for TV and has really stood the test of, will stand the test of time. And I swear, if nobody gets nominated for an Emmy, it's rigged. It's rigged. Sadie Sink. Why am I forgetting his name right now? Oh, Jamie Campbell Bower. If he doesn't get nominated, if not a single person gets nominated, I'm gonna lose it. Gaten Matarazzo, hello. But yeah, I don't know what to say, but like, this was such a ride. And this last adventure, no matter how many times they say that, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, what a ride. What a great 10 years. I was lucky enough to be there since 2017. Um, and I grew up with them, they grew up with me. It was just one crazy adventure for a decade. But yeah. Oh, Nell Fisher. Yes. Another great actress from this season. Sadie Sink obviously has brought her A game since the beginning. Season 4 really showcased what she got, like what she has in her acting ability, acting range, and this season was spectacular as well. Nell Fisher really showed up and showed out as well. I knew her in Evil Dead Rise before this, and I thought she did great in that as well. And fun fact, I had no idea that that was her until like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks so familiar. Oh my gosh, she's in that. Yeah. But yeah, she is very, very talented. I definitely see her going places in the future, and all of these kids hopefully expanding their filmography and getting a lot of really great roles. Hopefully this isn't the last big thing for some of them. I know not all of them are going to go off and do spectacular things or anything as great as this. Let's be real, not all of them can get that lucky, but I hope at least a handful of them do move on and do something really, really special. And hopefully something that will stand the test of time like this in like a different way. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, Priya Ferguson. Yes. I love her so much. I thought that Erica has brought a really great element to the show. Great humor. Even though she was like an annoying little bratty sister for a couple seasons, she like really showed up and was in it with them, didn't cause any problems. She was a great helper. She was added a great energy to the mix. And I completely agree. Like nobody else could have played her as well as she did. I would say like everyone that was involved had their part to play and they all played it really, really well. I'm looking at the list right now and I'm trying to find like somebody that's like out of place or didn't deserve to be there, but I can't find one. And that's rare to say in a show with a big, like as big of a cast as this show has. Sorry, my brain. But like with this big cast, usually there's like an odd man or two out, but I think everybody had their role to play and they did it. But yeah. I don't even know what to say, but like just thank you for being here and voicing your opinion and all of that. And I might do a Stranger Things video in the upcoming weeks, like maybe a tier list ranking of episodes or characters or I don't know, something. But yeah, thank you for being here and I hope you have a happy new year. Also to anybody who ends up watching this, I hope you guys have had a happy new year and enjoy the finale and all that jazz. And I'm just, I don't know how to move on. Not to sound like that dramatic bitch, but it's gonna take me a hot minute to like get my groove back. I might rewatch some parts of the finale in the upcoming days. I don't know, to cry, to have fun, relive it. I don't know, but it was such a great finale, and I'm so depressed, but happy that it's over for the fact that these kids can move on. And not be sick of a show that they've been on for a decade, which I can tell some of these people have been sick of the material and such. But yeah, I don't know. But thank you so much for being here, and hopefully stay tuned for my upcoming Stranger Things videos. And yeah, I will see you then, and I hope you have a very, very happy new year to whoever's watching this. And yeah, goodbye. I'm gonna stay on for like 10 more seconds and see if I have anything else to say, because usually I always have shit to say, but I can't think of anything. I am kind of tired. Why are people giving this a 1 star? Rude. People just don't have taste. Boring. But anyways, goodbye. I'm sad.